Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And we are going to talk about inflation data that came out today. We're going to talk about possible corrections. We're going to talk about the SPY. We're going to talk about some of the trades that we've been taking. But before we do that and a whole bunch more, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and of course does help support the channel. And if you're a new watcher of the show, smash that subscribe button and you'll get the daily updates. Let's first of all jump over to the PCE inflation data there, and as you can see, it went up. It rose by 0.3%, and it's up from its highest since February. And core PCE also, excluding the food and energy, ticked up to 2.8%. And this is off the back of Fed Powell's very hawkish tone yesterday at the Fed meeting, gives him more fuel to resist any rate cuts upcoming for the September meeting. So this could be quite bearish. Now let's look at the SPY, because the SPY initially had a little bit of a pullback to 631 before jumping back up. People are just eating up these dips. We are oversold, and we have been oversold now for a couple of months. And we have gotten very extended from the 9 EMA on the weekly time frame, which is sitting at about 619. Now, I did expect the $642 Fibonacci level to get tagged, and it almost did. It was very, very close there at 639, and we also have some other levels there at 649 and 650. Now, we are due a little bit of a correction. This has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight green weeks up. We had over here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight green weeks up, followed by a couple of down weeks. Wouldn't be surprised. Here are a couple of levels that you could look to for the SPY. Is number one would be at the $619 Fibonacci level. That would be the first area that I would look at. The more likely scenario, in my opinion, though, is to come all the way back here to the 611, where we had a previous all-time high over here. This is also where the 50-day moving average is. And I will state that will still leave the inverse head and shoulders that is on the weekly time frame intact. It will still leave it intact. That level is up at around $720. Now, of course, for that to be invalidated, we would have to lose the $611 level. Once that is lost, that will invalidate this inverse head and shoulders pattern that we have at the moment. Now, of course, we don't have any kind of, the tribal trades indicator has not given any bearish reversal signals. It did over here in December and again in February before the big drop. And of course, we got the tribal trades indicator. I know many of you joined me on this trade as I was getting in the SPY in the high 400s and low 500s, high 400s, low 500s, yes. And this trade is still active. I'm still in this trade. We don't have any kind of a reversal signal there just yet. That's how the SPY is looking. Now, of course, the SPY could keep chugging along. The market just has seemed to be very resilient and resistant to the negative news that has been coming out after it realized that every negative news event just became a good opportunity to buy the dip. So that's how we're looking for the SPY. Those are some things that I am looking for. Of course, if you go to the daily time frame, trading it on the shorter time frame level, this entire move to the upside, and this is one of the strategies that I teach, the tribal trades indicator gives you that early entry. Then you can take secondary entries and add to your position on any break of the 9 EMA on the daily and when the 9 crosses the 20. And you can see you could have just stayed in this trade. I have the entire way up and had the 20 EMA on the daily as your stop loss there, and you would never have been stopped out of that play. In fact, you could have added to the position on any touch of the 9 EMA all the way up to the top and then any added, of course, on the 20 EMA, and we haven't lost that at all. So again, you saw what happened here. We had another touch of the 9 EMA here, and then off we are up again. We do have a bearish reversal pattern on the daily time frame, but you can see that these have just been eaten up. All it's really meant is to come back and touch the 9 every time there has been on the daily time frame a bearish reversal signal. It has just been a wait till it hits the 9, buy the dip, and then off we go again. And that's how powerful the tribal trades indicator can be on those levels. When we look at this now, that level is sitting at about $634, and the 20 EMA, which has really held the line, is at $627. And if we were to lose this level, I would then flip to the weekly and see if we have any kind of bearish reversal pattern there. And I am keeping everybody updated daily in the Tribal Trades Discord. That's my pro trading community there. I call it the Tribal Trades family, actually. And that's also where you get access to the Tribal Trades indicator, one indicator to rule them all. You can use it on any stock or crypto or ETF, and you can use it on any time frame, which is why I have my 3 portfolio strategies. If you're a short-term intraday trader, whether you're a medium swing trader or you're a long-term investor, we have trades and trade setups here in the Tribal Trades Discord for you across these different channels that we have. So this is a paid indicator. You get it as part of the Tribal Trades Discord. You don't have to pay any extra. You just join the Discord and you get the Tribal Trades indicator with that, as well as the Life-Changing Gains Trading Course University there. And of course, we have another live session today. We do those 2 times a week. And then a couple of times on the weekend, we have one coming up on Saturday, which will be absolutely fantastic. A couple of stock plays that we took on the live session was the OKLL. We also gave the Robinhood trade yesterday and the Meta trade. Now, the Robinhood, we trade the ETFs because we get 2 times the gains. And of course, the risk is that you can get 2 times the losses as well. We got the entry there at around $62, and this took off an absolute rocket ship all the way up to 71. But there was absolutely incredible Robinhood trade for those that took the trade yesterday. For those looking to get in Robinhood, I do look on the short term to get in or around. You can see the volume profile that is there in and around the 9 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, sitting about 64.55 right now. There's an entry right at this moment. By the time you watch the video, there may not be. And then, of course, if you look for the longer time frame, if you're a longer term trader, I want to give you some entries there. And of course, that entry is sitting right now, looks to be around about $63, although you could also take the entry, this beautiful touch. Look how powerful the 9 and the 20 EMA is. And this is what I teach in the Tribal Trades Discord. Again, the perfect entry all the way down there at $6. The Tribal Trades indicator got it spot on yet again. And then you can add a second entry on the 9. And then when the 9 crosses the 20, and then really your stop loss all the way up, you can just keep moving your stop loss up to the 20 EMA on the daily time frame and ride that up. And in fact, it didn't even lose the 9 EMA, let alone the 20. And we finally got a touch of it there at $59. That would have been an incredible place to get a trade. So this is where we also teach the longer term investing, the longer trades that you can get in and use and ride up there. So Robinhood is still looking strong, still looking good. And those are the 2 entries that I would give now on updated on the Robinhood trade. Let's talk about, we're going to look at the Facebook trade that we took as well and see what possible entries there could be for Meta. And again, here in the Tribal Trades Discord, we gave that trade here at 41.6. And I actually gave an updated one because it didn't actually hit that level until much later, but I gave another entry here for the FBL at the 50-day moving average there. I gave that extra one there because sometimes it goes lower and I give updated entries for that. And as you can see, that worked out beautiful and perfectly. It came down, tagged the 50-day moving average, and then took off a rocket ship where it stayed up to around $48 to $49 because it didn't get our original entry. We were underneath it when I gave that trade, and then it came down and I gave a subsequent level for people to get in on that trade at the 50-day moving average. Now, right now, it's so far away. I switched to the hour time frame. We do have a bull flag pattern there. I will give you a breakout target. Now, remember, bull flags do have about a 65% chance of breaking out to the upside, but they also have a 35% chance, about a third chance of breaking to the downside. Now, of course, the entry here would, of course, be at $48.71. A little bit more high risk, in my opinion, because we have this huge green candle there. The technical target of the upside would be $60 here, and then your stop loss would be, this is a tough one because we're so extended here. We've already touched it here. I would generally go the 15-minute time frame to look for some kind of a stop loss there, possibly around that $48 level, which is the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame would be my likely stop loss on that level there. That's how I look to work it out. You could also take this candle here, which is sitting at about 48.28 there, 48.28. What is this? 48.85. So that's also another opportunity for a stop loss there as well. So you can see that target. Like I said, this would be some move if Meta was to do this, by the way. And again, the bull flag statistics are, of course, that there is a 65% chance, but there's a 35% chance that it breaks down here, and there would be entries down here at around 46, 44, and then coming all the way back to around this $42, $43 region. And we could do a bit of a Bart Simpson here as well. So just be careful with that. Those are the charts, and that's for Facebook. I feel this is more of a high risk play. But if you are wanting to get into Meta or Facebook, FBL, which is the 2x leverage ETF, that's a possible play there. And the last one was our My Word. This has been an absolutely fantastic trade in the Discord. Given that again in the live session, it was given at $29.35. And when I do the live sessions, I actually post them to the Discord. Those who might not be able to attend the live sessions but are able to see the post can get in on the trades. Everybody got an opportunity to get in, and absolute took off a rocket ship. You can see how well those three trades, gosh, those three trades alone would have paid for the Discord and more. The Discord really does pay for itself. It is a pro trading community. It is an exclusive community. It is closed at the moment. However, I get questions every day. How can people get access? We were open for June and the first week of July. We've been closed since then, but you can get on the wait list. How do you get on the wait list? There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the More button. Just below this video, there's a description. If you click the More button, that will pop out the description. There is the Tribal Trades Discord link there, and you can get on the wait list. Now, we will open up the Discord again this year, and the higher you are up on the wait list, the quicker that you are going to get in. Also, if there are, from time to time, we have people who do not renew their subscription, then I am moving people off the wait list into the main area of the Discord, and was able to move some folks into the Discord just over the last 24 hours who were on the wait list there. That's how it all works. I want to know your thoughts about what you see as a possible stock market correction. Do you think the SPY is going to break above and go straight up to that $700 target? Or do you think there is some kind of a decent correction coming back to, of course, because we never actually retested here. And this is one more thing that I had in my notes. There's never ever been a retest of this breakout area of this, as you see, this right shoulder that we have here. We have this head, we have this left shoulder, and we have this right shoulder here. We never actually had a retest. It just went through and broke, and it's never actually come back to retest that. Usually you do see that. Not saying that it has to happen, but we do often see that. All right, well, that's all we have time for today. So until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.